You might think you're just tired, but what if your brain is begging for a break? Most people over 50 blame memory lapses on aging, but the real reason may have nothing to do with age and everything to do with how often you let your brain rest. In this video, you'll learn a science-backed technique that takes less than 5 minutes, but could help improve your memory, sharpen your focus, and lift that mental fog you've been battling. So stick with us. This could be the turning point for your brain. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Brain Boost, and turn on the bell so you never miss simple tips to keep your mind sharp and your memory strong. Dr. Ward, let me ask you something a lot of our viewers are probably wondering. We've always been told to stay focused and keep pushing through, but why exactly does the brain need breaks?
That's a great question, and it's something many people overlook. The brain isn't built to run at full speed all day long. Even though it only makes up about 2% of your body weight, it uses 20% of your energy and oxygen.
So it's like a high performance engine.
Exactly. Just like an engine overheats if you never stop, your brain gets mentally overloaded. When you go too long without a break, the part of your brain that handles memory and focus, the hippocampus, starts to struggle. That's when you forget why you walked into a room or can't finish a sentence mid-conversation.
That sounds familiar. So what happens inside the brain when we don't take breaks?
It's like trying to carry too many grocery bags at once. Eventually, something drops. Your brain can only hold so much information at a time. Without a reset, everything slows down. Memory, attention, even decision-making.
So taking breaks isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for thinking clearly.
Absolutely, short breaks give your brain a chance to recharge and perform better. Just 5 minutes of the right kind of rest can make a real difference in how well you think and remember.
Dr. Ward, earlier you mentioned that short breaks can actually help memory. Can you explain how that works?
Absolutely. The way your brain remembers things isn't random, it follows patterns. One of the most well-known is called the primacy and recency effect. Here's how it works when you take in a stream of information, say a list of words, a conversation, or a video. Your brain tends to remember the beginning and the end much better than the middle. We call those memory peaks primacy, what's first, and recency, what's last. It's like watching a movie. You often remember how it starts and how it ends, but the middle parts blur together. Now imagine if you broke that movie into smaller segments, each with their own beginning and end. Suddenly, you remember more overall. That's exactly what happens when you take short breaks. You give your brain more start and finish moments. That means more chances to store memories and fewer things lost in the middle. So instead of powering through one long hour, try breaking it up into 25-minute sessions with 5-minute breaks. It sounds simple, but neurologically, it makes your brain work smarter, not harder.
Now that we know why the brain needs to take breaks, let's talk about how to do it in a way that actually helps. We're not talking about scrolling through your phone or turning on the TV. Those might feel like breaks, but they don't allow your brain to truly reset. Instead, here are 5 science-backed ways to take a 5-minute brain break, simple enough to do at home, powerful enough to improve your focus and memory. And to walk us through each one, here's Dr. Elias Ward.
1. Deep breathing, feed your brain oxygen. Thank you for the warm intro. And yes, let's start with something easy but often overlooked: deep breathing. It may seem too simple to make a difference, but the brain relies on oxygen more than any other organ. Even though it's just 2% of your body weight, it uses about 20% of your oxygen supply. When you sit still for too long and breathe shallowly, your brain doesn't get what it needs, and that's when you feel foggy, drained, or stuck. Fortunately, a quick breathing reset can help. Try this: inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4, then exhale through your mouth for 6. Repeat for just 1 or 2 minutes and you'll feel more focus and calm. I encourage my patients to do this while standing by a window or stepping outside for fresh air.
Thank you, Dr. Ward. That was simple and practical. Now let's move on to the second brain break, one that many people underestimate: hydration.
2. Hydration: drink to think faster. Absolutely, most people know hydration matters for the body, but don't realize how critical it is for brain function. Your brain is made up of around 75% water. Just a 1–2% drop in hydration can cause slower thinking, difficulty concentrating, and even irritability. Dehydration reduces blood flow to the brain, limiting how much oxygen and nutrients it receives. That's when you feel foggy, sluggish, or out of sync. But here's the upside. Research shows drinking water can boost mental reaction time by up to 30%. During your break, sip room temperature water to support your brain. Cold water can be a bit shocking to the system. I'll tell you what I do at home. My wife keeps a glass of water on the kitchen counter at all times. She says if it's there, I'll drink it. If not, I forget. It's a small habit that makes a big difference for her energy and focus.
We've breathed, we've hydrated. Now, let's get moving. Literally, Dr. Ward, tell us why physical movement is a brain booster.
3. Movement. Wake up your brain through motion. Movement isn't just for your muscles, it's fuel for your brain. When you move, your body increases blood flow, which delivers more oxygen and nutrients to your brain. This helps you feel more alert, process thoughts faster, and regulate mood. But there's more. Movement also stimulates the release of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that acts like fertilizer for brain cells. It supports learning, memory, and mental sharpness. You don't need to hit the gym. Just stand up, stretch your arms, walk a few steps, or roll your shoulders. Even 2–3 minutes of light movement can make a big difference. Honestly, sometimes I'll ask our host here to join me for a quick walk before filming. It helps both of us think more clearly. 4. Juggling. Boost coordination and peripheral vision. Speaking of movement, here's a fun challenge I sometimes give my patients: juggling. Yes, juggling. It improves coordination, balance, and even expands peripheral vision, helping you take in more information at once. Researchers at Oxford found that juggling actually increases white matter in the brain key for faster communication between brain regions. Start small, 1 rolled up sock, then 2. You don't need to master it, just the practice wakes up visual tracking and hand-eye focus. I actually learned to juggle with my teenage son. It became a bonding activity and it sharpened both our thinking without even feeling like work. 5. 5. Across lateral movements. Connect both sides of your brain. Another powerful yet gentle exercise: cross-lateral movements, like touching your right hand to your left knee and vice versa. These movements engage both hemispheres of your brain at once. When you cross the midline of your body, you stimulate the corpus callosum, the bridge that allows both sides of the brain to communicate. It helps with memory, coordination, and even learning new skills. You can do this sitting or standing, no equipment needed. Just 1–2 minutes a day can improve how your brain processes tasks. So just by giving your brain 5 minutes of the right kind of rest, you can boost memory, sharpen your focus, and feel mentally lighter. No fancy equipment, no gym membership, just a little intention. One powerful lesson from this content is that small, mindful pauses can lead to lasting clarity. Just as the body needs rest to stay strong, the brain needs gentle care to stay sharp. For older adults, this reminds us that we don't have to push harder to think better. We simply need to listen to our minds breathe, move a little, and reconnect with stillness. In slowing down, we give our brains permission to thrive. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Your support enables us to continue creating content that informs and inspires. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.